Hello. So here we need to express answers in rectangular form. So we have 4 times cosine of 5 degrees plus I sine of 5 degrees. All of that is times 6 times cosine 130 plus I sine 130. So when you're multiplying, you're going to multiply the modulus. And because we're multiplying, you will add the arguments. Let me show you. Okay, but cosine of 135 is negative radical 2 over 2. Sine of 135 is positive radical 2 over 2. Twenty-four divided by 2 is 12 on both instances. Okay, so here when you multiply the R values, you get 1. So this is the same thing as multiply pi by 4 and 5 by 4, you get 4 pi over 20. And here you have the same situation. It's going to be the same fraction here. We have 5 pi over 20. Five pi over 20 is pi over 4. This is a plus bi form, a plus bi. It's frequently you can put the I in the front so long as the I is not under the radical. The I in the front is here just to make it stand out. I guess this is more accurate if we make it okay. I would accept either way. Multiply the R values. Because we're multiplying, I will add the arguments. And that doesn't simplify very easily. I'll leave it at that. I could do a cacophony of sum and difference formulas and half angle formulas, but I won't. So here, when you're dividing, you'll divide the R values. And since we're dividing, we will subtract the arguments. cosine of 135 is negative radical 2 over 2, and sine is positive radical 2 over 2. So since we're dividing, we're going to subtract the arguments. 16 minus 1 is 15. It's the same number, the same magnitude. And so 16 minus 1 is 15 pi over 9. 15 pi over 9 can be simplified to 5 pi over 3. If I rationalize the denominator, this gives me this fraction simplifies to 5 pi over 3. So cosine of 5 pi over 3 is going to be a positive 1/2. And sine of 5 pi over 3 is going to be negative radical 3 over 2. So radical 12 is 4 times 3. Square root of 4 is 2. Here the 2's simplify. Here we're dividing. So dividing, you subtract the arguments. This 2 pi over 5 is 4 pi over 10. Multiply this by a 2 over 2. Since I'm dividing, I'm going to subtract their arguments. It's the same argument, I'm subtracting them. So it's going to be 4 pi minus 1 pi is 3 pi over 10. And that is not a familiar looking angle, so I'm going to leave it at this. So this one is of the form and so what this is going to give us is because 4 is our n. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 5 is 20. So this is going to be 4. (20pi/6). We can subtract. Let me do some notes on the side here. Remember, we can subtract 2 pi from any angle. So we have this situation. So 2 to the 4th power, radical 2 to the 4th power is 4. And then this would be times cosine of 4 pi over 3. Cosine of 4 pi over 3, that's negative 1/2. And this will be because it's the r to the 3 exponent, and then it's the 3 times 70 and 3 times 70. Okay. Cosine of 210 is negative radical 3 over 2. Sine of 210 is negative 1/2. I'm going to leave it at that because we haven't covered any fractions, any angles with the denominator of 5. So this would be quite technical and difficult. Half angle formulas, double angle formulas. Not going to leave it as this. Okay. Cosine is an even function. couple things went on here. This 5 exponent distributes into your angles and all 4 of them. Cosine is an even function, so cosine of a negative angle is the same thing as cosine of the positive angle having the same magnitude. Sine is an odd function, so sine of a negative angle is equal to negative sine of positive of that angle. No, I'm going to do to leave it as this, because now I have the same structure. So this is all of this top divided by all of the bottom. So let's subtract their arguments. When I distribute the negative, it turns into a positive. So this is cosine of 0. Cosine of 0 is 1. Sine of 5 pi over 4 is negative radical 2 over 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, negative radical 2 over 2. Well, let's brute force this. Thank you very much. Please go to tutoring.